am Diana, and I am so glad that you are here. I am so excited for today. I have so many things. You know when you feel like you're not getting anything done, nothing is being accomplished, you're not like, no, none of your projects are going the way that you want them to? That's exactly how I was feeling. And then yesterday, like, they all came together. I'm so excited to show you. So first thing, I don't know what that was, but I just kept going with my hat. I started a new one. This one was supposed to be for Maddie, and I just did the single stitch. I do like the way that it all comes together, the way that it looks, the stitch of it, the tightness and everything of it, but it just takes so long. This is not my favorite stitch for a beanie by any means, but it is the cotton, and I was kind of going for something a little lighter, not quite so heavy, so something a little more for in the fallish kind. And so yeah, now I can go on with finishing the white one and then the black and the navy, but I did get the beanie finally finished and I actually really like it. So there was like my first thing. And then it's so funny because you know how you like take a break from a project by working on another project? So I decided that I wanted to make another bag, and I will link this one down below. This is from Brianna. I'm not sure, but I will find it. And it's just where you crochet in the rectangle and you do it in a ratio of 3, right? Of a third. So however long you go up a third of the way, and then it's just in the way that you fold it. And then I just ordered a strap because I was looking for straps for something else, and so I thought that that would just be the easiest. And I mean, you definitely could make a strap, but I'm really loving this. And you know, I did line it, and I just lined it with just a piece of fabric that I happen to have, because you just have a big rectangle, right? And so you basically are just cutting a rectangle and sewing it on before you fold it all up. And then all you're doing is these 2 seams, right? So there's this join and then this join. And I did do just a single crochet around the outside just to give it a little cleaner edge, but this is so cute and I love it. But I will link this down below, and I mean, this is definitely an easy, quick thing to do. You don't have to do variegated yarn. You could do just one color. I did choose to do 2 different colors. You could do more colors, but there was my second thing. And then my sweater. So I had pieced it all together the way that I had seen another one do, and it just was not right. Like, it wasn't hanging right, and I was really tempted to just take the whole thing apart. And instead I was like, you know what, I think I can add, I'll show you exactly where it was actually. So what it was this one square in the back in the center didn't exist in the way that I had seen somebody else piece this together, and it just was not hanging right. And so I had a square, and so I just put it in, and it's perfect. Now I did do this longer bit on the sleeve instead of leaving it. I know a lot of people will do like the granny square and they'll just leave the end of the sleeve all flowy, and then this was a little longer than I was thinking, so I was doing it more like a size medium, and it ended up being really big, and so I didn't want to add more length or more width to it by adding this kind of a trim around the bottom and around the front. And so I just did the single crochet edging, like just 2 rows of it. And actually I really like the way that it turned out, and it's finally all done. It's finally all done. I finished my sweater. Woo, yay. My daughter was like, what are you gonna do now? And well, I'll show you, because I already started a blanket. Now, I found this through another video where somebody had linked this pattern like a year or so ago in one of their videos, and it is a paid pattern, but I decided that I really liked the idea of it. Now, if you go look at it, and I will link the pattern as well as linking the video that I saw that had all of these different ideas for fall projects. And it does, when you go look at the pattern description, there's a lot of people that have an opinion on the fact that the pattern isn't written very well, that it has really confusing directions, and it's true, but I think once you kind of figure it out, it goes pretty quickly and pretty easily. But its leaves, let me go this way. Can you see how cute it's gonna be? Now I'll tell you, when I first started this, I started with just worsted weight acrylic, because I have all of that big twist. I kept thinking loops and thread, and I knew that wasn't right. I have all that big twist, and so I was trying to use yarn that I already had, but the colors were really bright. So it was like varsity orange and a brighter cherry red and like a really bright, more not quite lemony, but not like a sunflowery yellow and stuff like that. And my husband was like, I think you should change the colors, because if you're doing fall, you're probably not going to be happy with it being that bright. And all I really heard was, you should go buy more yarn. And so I switched my colors, and I actually went with the colors that they recommended, and it is a bulky weight yarn, because it is it's a Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick. So it's a size 6, super bulky, and on here it says to use like a 9mm hook, recommended, but in the pattern it says a 10. And I'll admit, I'm not a huge fan of the big hooks and the big yarn. I have a little more difficult time with it. I do tend to like a 3 or a 4, and just, I think my favorite hook size is like 5. So anywhere between like 4.5 to a 6 maybe. So this is like way out of my comfort zone. It did take me a bit of adjustment to get into working it, but it is working up pretty fast, and I'm anxious to see how we're gonna end and how the edging is gonna be. But I will link this below. I will link the video that I saw that had all these ideas for fall items, but I just thought this would be such a perfect fall, something to make me feel like I'm not so hot, even though we're still in our hot weather, and that like maybe we're changing the seasons. So yeah, there's my last one. So, you know, after I was setting everything out, I felt pretty accomplished. Like I had gotten through way more than I had thought that I had. So, you know, just because something isn't finished doesn't mean that you aren't progressing on it, because I clearly had done way more work than I had thought for all of a sudden it all just like three projects just were completely done. So yeah, that is it. I do not have a pattern for my sweater because I made some of it up, but I do have a picture of the way that you can lay out your squares. So if I can find where I got that picture from, I will actually link that, because maybe that will give you more information. I'll have to look and see, because I kind of just screenshot a picture when I was looking to do a granny square sweater, and then I just ended up putting it together. So let me try and find that for you. It may not be right away, because I want to make sure that I get this video out so that people can start on some of their projects if they want to do the blanket or the bag or whatever. And but I will work on that, and I will get that to you as soon as I possibly can. So I hope you all are doing amazing, and please let me know what it is that you're working on or what you have planned for your fall projects, and I will see you all next week. Bye.